Hello, so I'm back at Whitesprings. I'm on the pit again, mainly because just to try and catch a few, because the weather hasn't changed. It's a bright sunny day. I think we had, I think it was -7 last night. It was -5 when I was driving to work this morning. So I've come down straight after work. The water's freezing. It's quite warm out. I think it was 9 degrees, which is, we think it's warm because we've been sitting in bloody Arctic conditions for months. But it's not really warm, is it? Right, so it's 9 degrees. I've got the carp rods out. I decided to go virtually all out on Rosehip. I was trying all the new baits, and it just didn't seem fair trying out new baits when it's when it's so cold. They've got less chance of proving themselves. But yeah, so I've gone to something I know that it'll catch me a few fish. So I've gone on the Rosehip. I've literally trod on a small Rosehip pop-up, and just two bottom baits. One's half and half pop-up, and I've been putting them out on PVA bags, very small ones, ground dust. I've actually spent about half an hour, well, I'd say half an hour, about 10 minutes, grinding out up to dust the boilies, so for all the PVA bags, because they're not big PVA bags, very small ones, just about 3 or 4 boilies worth of crumb in there, sealing that around the hook bait before I put it out. But yeah, so I'm on the pit again, and let's hope that I can get at least another fish on the bank, carry on my year. Alright then, I'll see you later. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention was when I was setting the rods up, I just about got the bivvy to stand up right. I hadn't put any pegs in, anything like that. Rod screamed off, little bream. So I've had a fish on the bank anyway, to start with. It was about £2, but picked it up. It was actually, I had another rig connected to it, so I managed to acquire myself a 3/4 ounce lead, which is one of the smallest I've ever seen on a to buy. But yeah, so I've had a fish anyway. Next one hopefully it'll be a carp. Alright then, I'll see you later. Here's my second fish. I didn't bother filming the first one. Proper old warrior bream. Just under £4. You see that? It's full of warts and lumps and God knows what. Ooh. Reminisces me of the time that one slapped me in the face then. Right, let's get it up to the camera. Let's have a look at him. Hey then. So, I do like these old warrior bream. Look like they've been in the wars. Ooh. Keep still. You see it's full of lumps and God knows what not moles, like warts. I think it's filling itself up full of spawning tubercles as well. But it's not really to be sniffed up. £4. Well, just under £4. It's not too bad. Right. Let's get it back. Right then, just dug out as much clothes as I could from the car. The sun's starting to go down and literally the temperature's dropping fast. I know that I've had 2 bream, which gives me a better feeling of confidence I'm going to get a few carp feeding tonight. Mainly because the owner, well, the manager of the fishery turned around to me and said it's hard. He didn't put me under any illusion that the fish are going to suddenly throw themselves out at me because it's been so cold. I think when I got here there was two over there. Oh, one. So there's 2 people carp fishing and 2 people sort of with match rod set up. And literally, I think I've only seen like 2 or 3 roach come out. So it's a positive sign, even though they're only bream, and I know that a bream's a bream and a carp is a carp. They're 2 different things, and catching 3 bream doesn't equal 1 carp, I know that. But at least there's some fish feeding, and it might spur the others on. We can only find out. Yeah, I've got my there's nothing happening on the carp front, so I thought I'd get my match rod out. And I've just put a small little bomb on it and a single prawn. See if I can't muster up a little perch or something. I've got a few taps in it, that's why I put the camera on. I was hoping I could catch the rod ripping round on maybe. But we'll see. Well, it comes to something when the bream are bigger than the carp, but it's at least I got one on the bank. Oh, there we go. If I can lift it up. Little one, probably 2.5, 3 pound. But still, there's a carp in the bank, and it shows that I'm not targeting just one species. There we go. Let's get him back. Right, I don't know if you remember the session I done down in Pembroke last year. I brought a can of this with me, Black Sun, the drink. But you can use it to achieve your goals, so literally, I wouldn't mind getting a £20 carp out here tonight, so if I drink this, it's going to help me achieve my goal. I said that last year, and I think I had 2 double-figure fish in the net virtually at the same time, so I had £20 on the bank. Ooh. Well, that was exciting, but it came off. Well, that rod's back out. It's the first fish I've ever dropped on a trod rig, I think. Every time I've had a pick up on a trod, usually it's nailed, and that didn't feel right as soon as I picked it up. It was knocking. Well, it felt funny, and then it came off. So obviously there's something wrong there. Anyway, let's get back to my Black Sun and actually drink this, and hopefully next time the fish will stay on. Alright then, hopefully I'll get a fish on the bank before it gets dark. If not, I'll do a nighttime update, and I'll see you later. Okay, ta-da. Right, it's coming up to about 9:30 now. I haven't had a knock since I lost that one, but I'm still hopeful. The temperature really dropped. Just outside now, I'll show you this on top of the bivvy. So if you can see that, glistening, covered in frost already. The mat over there is frozen as well. It's going to be a cold one tonight, but yeah. But one thing that did surprise me, just before it got completely pitch black, a couple of carp turned over in mid-water, which is not where I've got any of my baits. So I pulled out a couple of the floaters, biscuits that I've got, and I chucked about 6 of them out. And one carp came up and took it straight away. So I changed one rod over quickly to free line, and that was it. It didn't no carp were touching them anymore. But yeah, it's positive to see that they're up and ready to feed, even on the surface. So yeah, I'm going to climb inside the bivvy now because it's freezing, and hopefully I'll have the camera back on for a fish on the bank. But it's going to be a cold one. Right then, I'll see you later. Right then, it's 20 to 1. It's 20 to 1, and I just got this sort of like half-tidy carp in the bank. Nothing, not massive. But, I can't keep out too long because everything's bloody frozen. But, here we go. Just over £8. Almost perfect condition there. Yeah, it's freezing, the net's frozen, so my hand's absolutely stinging holding this. Let me get a quick photo. I'll get it back. Just flip it over to the side. And there we go. I didn't think I'd get anything because it's so bloody cold, but it's a pretty nice fish actually. Only £8, but it's a fish off the. It's another one off the on the bank now. Right, let's get it back. Right then, thought I'd do a little bit of an update. It's just gone 2 AM. Everything is still frozen and covered in frost, and there's still fish boshing about out there. Every now and again your fish turn over, carp turn over, and that hasn't happened, or didn't happen at all last time I was here, and it seems to be slightly colder, which is a bit odd. One thing that I have done this week was I put out probably about 4 or 5 times as much bait. Where I was just putting 1 or 2 handfuls of boilies, I've put like 5 or 6 handfuls out on the spots I'm fishing, and I've had runs on them now. maybe it's just because it's the rosehip, and I don't know. I've got a lot more confidence in that bait, but yeah, there's a lot more activity over the bait, which is exactly why I've carried on putting the old Catch Carp PVA bags on and filling them up. Not just a little bit of crumb, but I filled them right up, and well, let's just see if it keeps producing the fish. I know it's only 2 carp and 2 bream, but when it's like probably -5 outside, I think that's pretty good. Alright then, I'm gonna try and get some sleep, so I'll see you later. Ta-da. Morning. Oh. Right. It's absolutely freezing. Just first light. I just got woke up by another run, and as I'm playing that fish, the other rod screams off at the same time. So I'm struggling. But let me just show you what I've got to contend with now. I put the map down by here, so the map's behind the bivvy. Now my chair's there. There's the mat to fold it over, stop it freezing, but that's probably frozen inside. I'm going to have to get some water on that to get rid of the ice. But, yeah. And I got there's the landing net handle. There's the net. Better get them out now. You can see this is what I just played the fish on. You can see my hands have been where it's melted. Lucky the bite alarms didn't freeze. But yeah, let's have a quick look at what we got. There's 2 carp in here. Put them out. See that? I got a mirror and a comment. I'll have a wake up call in there. Double run on the rosehip. Right, let's put them down a second. I'll get the mat defrosted a bit. Right, this is the first of my brace. It's a little common. Just over 6.5 pound. So it was a £6.9 it was. So nearly 7. And put this over. And then look at this long but lean mirror. Oh, it's come out at £9.5. Hell of a lot longer than the other fish, but there's no no belly to it like the other one. There we go. What a wake-up call, especially in this temperature. I wasn't expecting this at all. I wasn't expecting one run, not two at once. But, yeah, look at that. Right. Oh. There you can see massive size difference, but there's about £2 between them really. Right, let's get him back. The net started freezing since it's been on the bank. It hasn't been on there that long. Right. There's the common gone, and the mirror's still burying itself in the net. There we go. Oh, good morning. So I'm doing a hell of a lot better than I expected. Freezing. I'm not gonna lie about that, and I'll probably moan about it a bit more later. So that's 4 carp and 2 bream and 1 lost carp. And I think, well, I'm up for dawn, so I've dragged the match rod back out. I've got a king prawn, so I've chopped it up, so I've got little pieces of prawn, and I'm going to drop that. Well, I've just put that in the margin there, so I'm watching the quiver tip. I'm hoping for that little rattle round, and hopefully I'll see a nice tidy perch. Then I would have, that would put a cherry on the cake, wouldn't it? I don't. We'll see. So you know what, it's apart from the cold, you get up and there's mist rising off the lake. All you can hear is distant bird life, and it's just silent sound. Like the distant sound of the motorway, you can just about make that out. Other than that, there's no other noise around, and it seems sort of like wrong to be willing the sound of a white alarm to break it, really. But yeah, it's just a lovely morning to be up, really. The thing is, usually if you're in the house, you'd look outside, see frost, and you wouldn't venture outside. I think getting up fishing, with the fact that I had 2 runs at the crack of dawn, almost forced me into this situation, and I'm quite enjoying it. Right, I'm gonna sit down, hug on to my coffee, keep my fingers warm. Hopefully get a wrap round on the match rod there, and we'll see how the morning progresses. Never know, there's a few bubbles coming over where I put the boilies. Well, I put another 2 handfuls of boilies out since I've been up, which seems stupid because of the frost on the ground, but there's bubbles all around the area, so there's obviously something feeding there. Yeah. Right then, I'm gonna go stare at that rod tip there. Right, so I've sat out and I fished with the match rod and prawns while the frost disappeared around me, and I didn't get a touch on that, so I'm going to retire the match rod, I think. My eyes are getting a bit tired now, staring at the tip of it. But yeah, still got the boilie rods out, so could be a chance of a carp before I pack up. I think I'm going to pack up in about an hour and a half and head home for about midday, so just short of 24 hours on you. So and I don't think I can improve on what I've done already, so yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I came down for a bend in the rod, catch a few fish, and I've certainly done that, so I'm pretty happy with that. Plus it's nice to fish the pit. I think when I one of the first sort of night sessions I ever fished and caught a carp was on the pit at Whitesprings, and it's nice to come back and do that and still catch. So yeah, hopefully I get another fish before I pack up. If not, I'll see you at the end. Well, I think this is a sign that spring is on the way. Follow them round. We got 3 males chasing the female. They were doing that yesterday, so something's changed today, innit? I think the air pressure's changed. But yeah, it's gonna makes me feel like it's summer or spring is gonna start to come in now, instead of the tail end of winter hanging on as long as it can. Right then, so I'm packed up and in the car. I was going to do a little end of vlog on the bank, but the wind has really picked up and it's howling through, which was fun taking down the bivvy and that, because I literally had to wrestle the bivvy flat. But yeah, it's a pretty successful little session. I'm happy with it. I came down and put a bend in the rod, like I said earlier on, and I done that. Fish up to, was it £9.5, so still not a bad snapper fish, and a 4-pound bream. I know that I wasn't really targeting bream, but they came. Didn't have anything on the match rod, but I say you got to try anyway, because you're not going to catch those the big perch and stuff like that if you don't try for them. But yeah, so that about rounds it up. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next or where I'll be fishing, but I want to get a practice session in for the back of the land net match in May. So, but I'm not travelling down to Dorset for that. So I'm thinking maybe do like a simulated match on the Specimen Lake or the Match Lake here, and then see how that goes. We'll see what happens. Yeah, well, I was going to show you these as well. I'm going to do this every year, I think. I got my 2 rod licenses. So that's £54 spent just so I can hold a rod in my hand. Wonderful. Yeah, so until next time I'm on the bank, ta-da!